What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today I've basically just found a whole box full of Doctor Who stuff that hasn't been in my collection room for quite some time. It's been stored away in my loft. Now I'm just literally going to take all the stuff out of this box and show you what it is before I go ahead and put it in the collection room, and I thought you guys might just enjoy seeing some random Doctor Who stuff. Mostly from character options, but I think there's a few pieces from Daypole in there as well. So let's begin. I guess begin at the top. Here we have the Enemies of the First Doctor set. Brand new, sealed in its packaging, which is pretty awesome. I know these sets became very cheap at one point, retailing at first at £34.99. And I believe now, or at some point anyway, they were retailing at like £10, so they were really cheap, but I'm glad I've still got one in its packaging, so I'll be displaying that somewhere in the collection room. We have some B&M sets. Of course, I can't wait for the new B&M sets to come out, and I am checking in my local B&M every single day, and will do until they arrive. But until then, we have some older sets from the B&M series. This one here features the 4th Doctor, Leela and K9 Mark 1. So brand new, sealed in its packaging. Don't know whether or not to open these and display them, or just kind of leave them as they are. I think I'll probably just leave them in their box, to be honest. So that's for that one. Moving on, we have another B&M set here. This is probably, in my opinion, the best one they ever released. Despite the fact it does come with Commander Score, which I'm not really interested in whatsoever. I guess when I display it I'll just have to hide him. And then you've got the Cyberman from Attack of the Cybermen, which is just fantastic for army building. I really wish I'd bought a lot more of these, but I kind of missed the boat, and I expect on eBay they're probably going to have the stupid prices. And it's also got the Cyber Controller from Tomb of the Cybermen. It's a slight variant. The face, where is he? Here he is. The face, sorry, is a lot darker than on the original release that was kind of a collect and build series. So it's quite nice to have a variant, although we don't really need a variant of that particular figure. And the last B&M set that I have in this little box here is this one here, the 3rd Doctor set, featuring the Master, played by Roger Delgado, Katie Manning, obviously Joe Grant, and John Pertwee as the 3rd Doctor. Another great set. I'm really missing my character options sets that I used to have. I have sold a lot of them, unfortunately, just to kind of, you know, make some money. I'll be honest with you, I've probably spent a little bit too much time, money and effort on collecting Daypole stuff, because it's so expensive. You spend £100 or £200 just on one figure, and as you can imagine, that gets seriously expensive. And like I said, I'm really looking now at trying to buy back the bulk of my character options stuff. So this is obviously a great start. So keep on watching this channel and you will see me buy all my stuff back. Speaking of character options, these sets actually I got originally from Tesco's, believe it or not. This was quite a few years ago now. It was Tesco crazy looking for these, and I managed to get, I think I bought about 20 of these sets. It's basically the Cyberman set, Age of Steel. Now, as you'll probably notice, one is missing. The Invasion Cyberman is missing from this one, and he's also missing from this one, and yeah, you guessed it, I've got another one, and he's also missing from this one. It's purely down to the fact that I was collecting these sets to build a massive invasion army, and I did have a massive invasion army. I had about 25 Invasion Cybermen at one point. Again, sadly I've sold them. I will be buying them back. It's just a matter of how, when, time and money and all that sort of thing. But anyway, these sets were fantastic for army building. Quite possibly the best ever set released, in my opinion, for army building purposes. You've got your 10th Planet Cyberman, which you know is fun to army build. Of course, the Tomb Cyberman. I've actually got quite a few of them left still, so thankfully I can recreate scenes from the Tomb of the Cybermen. So that's the Age of Steel sets that I have left over there. Another interesting one here is the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, from Real Time. It's sealed in its original packaging, and it's also been sealed in its kind of plastic bag. But if I had to show you here, it's actually there, been signed by Colin Baker himself. I didn't have him sign it. I bought this basically off eBay a long time ago. I have actually got 2 of these, both signed by Colin Baker. So don't know why I ended up buying 2 of them, to be honest with you, but I did. So I guess I'll probably be selling one of them, because I failed to see why I need to have 2 signed. But anyway, that's the 6th Doctor from Real Time, the Big Finish audio adventure, which I yet don't have. And then we've got some loose bits and bobs here. So let's start off with these 2 little figures. These are from Dapol. They are both Davros, and they are both Davros with 1 arm. There was another one with Davros that had 2 hands, and this one obviously he's got 2 arms, but 1 hand and 1 cut off hand. So again, these are just 2 random Davroses. Obviously I collect Dapol Daleks massively. You can't really army build Davros, so I'm guessing that's why my spares just got put in here. Again, don't really need these, so maybe I'll sell those on. I don't know. If you want Davros, then let me know. Maybe we can sort something out in the comments. Whoa! Okay, that was a bit of a bang. We've got some more character option stuff in here, so bear with me as I'll walk you through it. This one here is Omega from the Enemies of the 3rd Doctor set. His legs are a little bit wobbly. I was just kind of seeing what's going on up there. It's a little bit wobbly, but yeah, it's kind of cool. But I've still managed to keep him. Again, this particular set originally was $44.99. Came with a Drasha again, also an Auton, but now I believe it's only worth 20 odd quid or so. They've character options have really gone strange. What else have we got in here? I was talking earlier about the Cybermen. Here's one 10th Planet Cyberman that's obviously been saved. I haven't solved that one, so there's one of those to add. But the Tomb Cybermen, I've got quite a few in here, like I mentioned earlier. So here's 2 of them. There's another one. There's another one. That makes 4. And we're still going here. Look, 5, 6, 6. We got any more? 7. There we go. So we've actually got 7. Oh, hello. He's nearly falling at my hand. We've got 7 Tomb Cybermen here, so that's plenty enough to at least start building some sort of army. It was probably close to only 7, maybe a few more in the actual story itself actually, but yeah, so Tomb Cybermen, pretty awesome, pretty awesome. I am gutted that I've not got my Invasion Cybermen still, to be honest with you, because they looked awesome. Moving on, keeping with the Cyberman theme, I've got 2 Cybermats here from Revenge of the Cybermen. Sadly I don't have those Cybermen at the moment, but like I said, I will buy them. And then we've got some Tom Bakers here. We've got this Tom Baker here, that was from the City of Death set, and we've got this one here, which is the Seeds of Doom Tom Baker, which I believe was it was released with the Crinoid, I believe, and he comes with a sword, which I've got in here as well. So I've got 2 variants of Tom Baker. We've got a nice variant here of John Pertwee. Again, his legs are really wobbly. I don't know why his legs are so loose, but that's John Pertwee from the Sea Devils, and he does actually come with the exclusive darker version Sea Devils. So I've actually got 1 complete set here, which is quite cool. I can display that nicely, and well, that's 1 set I don't need to buy, I suppose, unless John Pertwee's leg falls off, because it is seriously loose for some reason. I'll put that down there gently. Keeping with the Doctors, we've got the 6th Doctor here. I can only imagine that he probably came with the 11 Doctors box set and isn't worth anything, is probably why I haven't ended up selling him, so at least I've got a 6th Doctor that I can display. Time Lords, we're keeping with them, so we've got the Master, and this is a Decayed Master, and this is the one from the Keeper of Traken set. It's a lot darker. I'm pretty sure it's Jeffrey Beaver that played this one. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, he came with a gun or a laser, which I've got as well. I actually kept all the like small sonic screwdrivers and weapons and stuff, because I knew one day I would be buying them all again. So when I sold these figures, I sold them without the accessories, just so I knew that I had accessories, because buying back figures, they generally don't have the accessories, so I, you know, decided to keep my ones. We've got a couple of Vok robots. I've got V32 and I've got D80, oh no, D64. There we go. I had a massive army of these at one point. I probably had over 20 Vok robots, and sadly I have only got 2 at the moment. So they're looking a little bit sad and a bit lonely, really. We've also got here a bag of goodies, so let's have a look in the bag. We've got some more Doctors, that's quite good. We've got the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison here, from the, I believe, the 11th Doctor set, and also another Colin Baker. This Colin Baker could actually potentially be exactly the same as the one before, and if he is, I don't really need him anymore, so maybe I'll sell that one on. So some more Doctors to display. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, by the way. It's a bit random, I've not done one like this before. If you do enjoy it, I've got plenty more things I can go through, so do let me know and I'll keep doing it, I suppose. Mummy robots. Now, mummy robots I have under trois, here we go. I actually have more of these in my cabinet behind me somewhere. I've got a Pyramids of Mars like scene. Obviously it's a great story, that's why I chose to do it. So these are obviously spares, but again I'll probably keep them. It's just nice to have an army. I'm a massive fan of army building, as you probably already guessed. And we've also got some more Doctors, but this time it's the 2nd Doctor, Patrick Troughton. Now these are slight variants, I believe. I'm only saying that because the handkerchief seems to be slightly different. I can't really remember which one's which. If they both came from the 11 Doctors set, possibly, I'm not sure. I have to do a bit of research on those ones, but I have got the colour and the black and white versions of both Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell's Doctor in the cabinet, because obviously they were quite expensive and rare, so I kept hold of those. But yeah, there's some more Doctors to display. And then really, that's random. I've just found, it's very small, you can probably just about make it out, a little dude from a Castra Valva set. It's absolutely tiny, it's literally the size of my fingernail, so I don't want to lose that. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs in here. Let's have a little look. I'll try not to spill it all over the floor. Oh, hang on, it's all going everywhere. Let's just give you a brief example of what I've got. So here's that sword I was talking about. We've got some 4th Doctor heads as well. It's quite sad to see that there's bits here that I've not got the figures for anymore, like Joe Grant's arms, for example. Scarus on unit, a random hand, that must be from the Auton. So, and loads of Vok robot hands as well. So that's that bag, and just before I go, I want to show you what's inside this bag. I've got another sword here, so for some reason I must have got 2 of them sets. I have got the crinoid pods. Like I said, I kept all the small intricate bits because getting them back would be difficult. And I've also got the Fenderline little dude here. It's pretty cool. But finally, the thing I'm really glad that I kept, because this particular set is kind of hard to get and really expensive. I wanted to army build them only because they're just cool. And that is giant maggots. I've got 2 sets here, 2 complete sets of giant maggots. There's 3 different kind of variants, if you like, different poses in there. But I knew one day that, like I said, I'd rebuy the set, so I decided to keep the maggots because they're hard to get hold of. So one day when I buy the one day when I buy the set with the 3rd Doctor and maggots, of course I'll then have 9 maggots, and it makes it a bit more realistic. I think having only 3 of them isn't really enough, is it? But yeah, so maybe I'll do a maggot scene somewhere, because the Green Death, the Green Death is an awesome story. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Nothing else in the box. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video of me basically just rummaging through old bits of Doctor Who stuff, then let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to do a lot more of them, because I've really enjoyed it. Actually, I've kind of found things that I didn't even think I had anymore. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you again soon in the next video. And apologies, I do have a head. I've just decided in these videos so you can get a better look at what I'm actually talking about. Instead of looking at my ugly mug, you can just look at my hands. So thanks for watching, take care, bye for now.